Hi, everyone. Welcome back to a new school year. Now, I know this school year is going to be a lot different than previous school years, but we're going to work together and get through this. What we're going to do today is work together to learn the best way to access our assignments and make sure that we get them turned in properly. Now, I know many of you have accessed Google Classroom before in the past, and you possibly might have been accessing it from your phone or just directly off of the web. This year, what we need for you to do is access it through Launchpad, not just directly into Google Classroom. The reason we want you to access it through Launchpad is so that there is an accurate record of your attendance on top of the attendance that your teacher is taking. So make sure you do both. Now, there is a Launchpad application available through the Google Store or through the App Store with Apple. And you can also access Launchpad from any web browser. Okay, so the way I'm going to show you today is how to access Launchpad from the NEISD website. So the first thing you're going to do is go to neisd.net, and you'll see over here that there are 5 links. And the one we want is Launchpad. So you're going to click Launchpad. And it will open a new tab, which will bring you to a variety of applications that you can use for educational purposes. Now, this particular Launchpad, I am logged in as an elementary school student because that is the student login I had access to. So yours may look a little bit different, but the process is still the same. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at your Launchpad and see what applications you have. And Google Classroom is, of course, a Google application. So we're going to go to our Google folder here, and we're going to click Google Classroom. And when you are logged into Google Classroom, you'll see a list of your classes. Now, this student, whom I'm logged in as, has one class, and it's not a real class. It's one I made up for her. So when you get into Google Classroom, you're going to click on the class that you want to attend based on what time of day it is, and you will see your classroom. Now, here in the classroom, this is the student view. You'll have 3 tabs up top: Stream, Classwork, and People. Now, People's just going to give you a list of the teachers and other people in the class. Stream will be what's been updated most recently and can serve as a message board. So you can say, "Hi, everybody." And when you post that to the stream, everyone will be able to see it, and your teacher can reply back there, or your friends can reply back there. It is public, so make sure you're cautious on what you post there. Now, the next tab you're going to be using a lot is the Classwork tab. The Classwork tab is the place where you would be able to see all of your classwork that has been assigned in Google Classroom. The stream is great for the most recent um, posts, but it would not necessarily have something from 3 weeks ago. So it would be best to access the classwork through the Classwork tab. Now, when I created this assignment, I did not put a due date, but one thing I would like to see, if you look here, it says, "Woohoo, no work due soon." Any classwork that is due soon will show up here. So if it's something that your teacher posted and it's due today, it will show up here in the upcoming. So make sure you check that first. It's an easy way to make sure you're not behind on any work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into an assignment, click on the assignment, and I would recommend clicking View Assignment. Okay, so this assignment has a Google Doc attached to it. So I'm going to click on this Google Doc, and you'll notice that right here it says Request Edit Access because you can only view this document. Here's the thing, guys. Most teachers are not going to grant you edit access because edit access would mean that anyone who has access can see what you wrote. So what you're going to do is, if your teacher does not create a separate copy for you on her own or his own, you're going to go to File, click Make a Copy, and I would recommend putting your name in the title. So let's say, or an initial, but talk to your teacher and see what they suggest. I'm going to put the student's initial here. I'm going to click OK. So this brings me a Google document. I'm just going to type a few random phrases. "Hi, everybody." And then, "Hi, Dr. Nick. All right, get rid of that. So I've typed in some answers. This is my assignment. I'm ready to turn it in. Now, the great thing about Google Docs is you don't have to worry about it saving. It will save automatically as long as you're connected to the internet. So that's a good thing. When you are ready to turn it in, you will go over to the assignment in Google Classroom. Now, I'm going to click Add or Create. There are some assignments where you won't have a physical item to turn in. If that is the case, let's say your assignment was on a Google form or in Khan Academy. When you finish the assignment, make sure you come back and click Mark as Done. All right. If you have something physical to turn in, you're going to click here where it says Add or Create. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and add the file I just created. So my LZM sample example, insert, and you'll see it's been added here. You can also add anything else you need by going to Add or Create and then File. This will be anything that is on your computer. So let's say you wanted to add a picture. You would go to Upload. You will click Browse. And then you're going to pick the picture you want to upload. So I'm going to upload this Bruce Lee quote. It's a good quote. So you'll notice now there's an extra picture here. So let's say you took a picture of your work, you hand wrote your assignment or your teacher asked you to do so. Take a picture and you can upload it to Google Classroom. You should be able to do this from your phone or from any other web connected device. So I've uploaded and now I'm going to click Turn In. And it's giving you the attachments. Is this what you wanted to turn in? Yes, this is what I wanted to turn in. And if you don't click Turn In or Mark as Done, your teacher won't be notified in Google Classroom that you have finished. Let me show you. All right, so this is the teacher view of Google Classroom. You'll see I can see the students post here that says, "Hi, everybody." And what I can do is go to Grades, and the teacher will see all of the grades that you've done. You can also go to class, our teachers can also go to classwork, click on the assignment they're interested in, and right here it gives us a number of students who turned it in, which would be 1, and how many are still assigned the assignment and have not turned it in, which in this case is 0. So if I had 30 students and 10 of them turned it in, it would say 10 turned in, 20 assigned. So we're going to click View Assignment. I can look at everyone if there was more than one student. And then your teacher can click on your post, look at your work, and if there are any corrections to be made, the teacher can make them right there on the Google Doc or in the comments off to the side. So if I said, "Hi there," and it tells you what the teacher said, "Hi there." You can also add private comments to assignments in both student and teacher mode, and that would be a private conversation between you and your teacher. So if you have a question that you want to ask your teacher about a specific assignment that isn't pressing, that you need to know right now, you can post it there on the assignment and they will see it. So once your teacher has graded your paper, let's just say this was 100, he or she will click Return. So we click Return, and it will be returned to you. Okay, so I now have graded all of the assignments. So what if I wanted to know how I did, if a student wanted to know how they did on the assignment? Well, you go into your Google Classroom, click Classwork, and you'll see that it says this assignment has now been graded. You can click View Assignment, and your grade is right here. So you can ask your teacher questions, say, "Hey, why did I get 100?" Or whatever the question may be. Okay. You add a private comment. No one else can see it but you and your teacher. Again, make sure you are accessing Google Classroom through Launchpad and that you turn in all of your assignments by their due date so that you can get the most credit possible. So that's just a brief rundown of what you need to do in Google Classroom. It's a bare minimum effort to go in and go ahead, check your classwork, make sure you have everything turned in. And if you have any additional questions, let's say you can't remember your username and password, or the assignment's just confusing to you, or you don't know how to access Google Classroom. Let's say you got in there and you can't find the classwork. Ask your teacher. They will be able to help you. So that's all we have for this particular video. I hope everyone has an excellent school year and works really hard to get things done. Work with us, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, guys.